Again, this will be just a test and will not be a warning of any real threat. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
A chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s. More storms likely tonight with lows nearing 63. A chance of storms near 75 for tomorrow, but sunshine on Friday. Highs nearing 67.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing some moderate rainfall across a lot of the 4 states.
66 in Anderson, 65 in Pittsburgh, 65 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Today we're featuring Thomas Jefferson Day School's 2nd grade class.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you want your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, all you got to do is go to KIX1025.com and go to the Morning KIX page and click on the link there to find out how to upload your audio.
We're just 15 minutes away from your first chance to guess when the secret sound is 720.
All you have to do is be caller number 5 when you hear the sound.
Tell us what the sound is and the cash is yours.
Here's Morgan Wallen
On the 4 states number 1 for cash.
KIX 102.5. That stupid phaser sound. Makes the guitar do that.
Good morning, Sarah.
So whenever you want to do that,
Okay.
we can recruit a couple of people to come help be compatriots in the bit, in the setup and the and someone to run cameras.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. Do you want to do it on a weekend? Is that what you're thinking?
We could. Either a Monday or a
Can't do Monday.
Friday works for me.
Okay. I can do Friday, the 13th.
Okay. Or a Saturday.
Let's do Saturday the 14th. That seems better than
Okay, let's play in
middle of the night on the 13th. Morning, Sheila. Good morning, Dorinda. Mamrito.
And then
Is it going to rain all day?
hold on just
There's-
a second and I'll tell you.
There's a chance of it, Sheila, but we'll check Randy's magical phone.
So I did a thing.
What'd you do?
Scheduling our vacations. Remember I said I always take Fridays off and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I forgot that I had gone to Mexico in January, and that was that week. So I will not be taking all those Fridays off. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I think the 22nd. Nope. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is confusing.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Jimmy. We said that in California, the Los Angeles...
Why do I have that up so loud?
I don't know. The Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority is challenging the folks in Santa Monica to only have one car that they're using for like 5 weeks or something like that. They want you to only use one car. And households that have multiple cars. And they'll pay you like $119 a week to not use your car. Morning, Kinda.
Yeah, I'm missing one somehow. So I may get one of those Fridays. But I had 4 additional ones that I had scheduled between now and Christmas, starting in November.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a thing.
Okay.
I had just totally forgotten. What I usually do is I take a summer vacation, I take Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then I have 5 more days to use. I usually don't use them. I keep them in reserve. And when I get to December and see, or around November and see I haven't used them for sickness or anything additional emergencies, then I use them for Fridays.
Yeah.
But I used them to go to Mexico this year. In fact, I used, I think, an extra day, one of those already. So maybe that's why I had 4.
The rain makes you sleepy, Ken. To me, too.
The thing is, I went and looked at my sheet. I don't know why I got confused.
I don't know.
Because 4 weeks is the most you can have off here, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what they cap it. It's not 5, is it?
Certainly not. I think it's only 4.
I think 4 is the most you can have off in a year. Which is ridiculous. My wife, hers that she doesn't use rolls over.
Mm-hmm.
And she can have like 6, 8 weeks off, whatever. And they
Wild.
increase per time that you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Place I used to work did too. I had 10 weeks off. You got an additional week every year. I had
Wow. Every year?
every year. I
Wow.
had 10 weeks off in a year, and I used to take like a week each month almost.
Mm-hmm. That's wild. Yes, thank you, Sheila. The sound's going off at 1:20 today, so don't panic. It's supposed to happen.
Yep. Of course, if you will put your phone in airplane mode, you won't receive anything or turn, airplane mode will be the best way. I don't know that it may override airplane mode.
You think so?
I think it might.
It might. I mean, it's an emergency alert.
Yeah,
so
and
you
it
know, something.
operates on an entirely different communication, not frequency, but it's not cellular that you receive those alerts. It doesn't come in on cellular. It broadcasts on multiple bands. It does broadcast via cellular. It also broadcasts via FM and AM, but it also is on shortwave. It's on a number of other different frequencies that the EAS broadcast band operates on. It also operates on some bands that you didn't even know existed. So some low frequency ranges that your phone is capable of picking up. So it may communicate on one of those to your phone, which would cause it to still function even though you have data turned off and all that. There's things you can't turn off in your phone. That's why they say if you really, really want to be untrackable, turn it off and take the battery out. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 710.
A chance of rainstorms to continue with highs in the mid-70s at 65 in Joplin.
And we'll have a look at the weather forecast, tell you if it's going to rain all day or not in just 13 minutes.
You know what makes a rainy day so much better?
Cash!
Who wants to win some cash?
Woo! We've got your chance, the easiest way in the world to win cash, just 10 minutes from now.
With the KIX 102.5 secret sound.
So here's what you got to do. All you have to do at 7:20 is be caller number 5 at 623-1025.
Tell us what the sound is.
And then the cash is yours.
It's so simple.
And it's from the 4 states #1 for cash.
KIX 102.5.
All right. Is it going to rain all day? I don't think it will. I mean, this front that's moving
Hi,
through
Floyd.
right
Hi,
now,
Megan. Good morning.
it's going to be done here in a little bit.
I think we're going to get more.
There is going to be more that comes in behind it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so this stuff right here will end completely by about 10:30 or 11. 10 or 11. We dropped to a 42% chance at 10, 38% chance at 11, which it holds all the way through till about 3 or 4, and then it jumps back up to about a 50% chance. So it goes back up to a 60% chance at 7 p.m. And that's it. From there on, it's like 50%, 40%. Likely rain and thunderstorms.
Yay, I love storms. Good morning, Carol.
But it never goes above 60% again. For the rest of the night, it's right around 55%.
Do you know what the low was going to be on Friday night? 39.
So, yeah, that may be a great time next week to be in
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night.
I think it
it'll
would
be
add to it if
48.
you can see your breath and just be.
48. Yeah, kind of would, and the runny nose aspect and
Mhm.
everything. So, I think if we get. So, next, should we announce it?
Sure.
Should we make it open to everybody?
Yeah.
Probably not. So what we're talking about tomorrow is gin tours, and we're going to Sarah Laree Bridal.
Yay!
Now, I hope you have a filming schedule kind of lined out of what you want to do so that we can maximize the 2 hours that we have.
2 hours.
Yeah, we go until noon. We always do gin tours from 10 until noon. So,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Some may
So,
go longer than that.
some of us have work that we have to do. So, I have to get back to be able to do work.
It's
So,
my wedding dress.
I understand that, and that's fine. But some of us have work that we have to do. So, we've got to make sure that we can get everything filmed during that time.
Mhm.
You got a plan?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay. Does it involve Dorinda or Pam or Sheila?
Yes.
Oh, good gosh. We're not going to get done, are we?
Actually, probably not Sheila. I don't think Sheila can make it, unfortunately.
Sarah?
Megan says the app is buffering for her again. So she's over on YouTube today.
And my wife was having trouble with it yesterday.
Girl,
I feel
tell
like
us,
we've
tell us,
done
tell us.
about everything. Gosh, and there's the comments again. Even though I did switch it earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about a what's a 45-minute drive to Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh to
Yeah.
Sarah Laree's, yeah. So we're going to leave at as early as we can, 9:15, 9:30ish, so that we can be there by about 10 or 10:15.
Yeah.
And get started, and then try to get done before noon because I do have to get back, and it's going to be close to 1 before I get started on my other stuff.
I mean, I figure we'll do a shot of the outside, like a pan over Sarah Laree's, the name of the store. Maybe open the door and get a pan of, this is what it looks like when you walk in the door.
We're going to do an intro on the video to explain what we're doing like we do.
Yeah. We'll probably do that in the stores. We'll have a cool dressing
And-
background. And then from there, just go into video of who's ever with Sarah Laree's that's going to help me find my dress. We'll go look through the dresses and maybe
If you
pick out
wanna
a few
do
to
my
try.
silly stuff first, even, you can continue on past one. You don't need
Sure.
to for some of the other.
Jimmy says it's messing up on her too. What happened? We had one good day of it, everything.
Try clearing your cache. That's all I know.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the only thing we can control.
Dorinda says, so we're not going to lunch afterwards? Probably
I
not
won't
for this
be-
one.
Yeah, I won't be able to. I've got to get back to work. You guys can if you want to. I mean, if we got done early enough, we could, but
Good morning,
Not it.
Lisa.
not at like noon.
What
we
time?
can get it all done by 11 o'clock, then we can go to lunch.
An hour? That doesn't even seem possible. I have never been to a wedding dress anything that was only an hour long.
Oh, it'll feel much longer than that, I'm sure.
Megan says, what time do I need to be at the studio tomorrow to hitch a ride? I'll be there during the 8 o'clock hour. I don't remember. Who are you riding with, Megan? Is it Dorinda?
You picking me up? That may not be a good idea.
Well, if you've got to
decide
leave
stay
early, then
longer.
no.
Yeah. So I'll drive.
Megan says, no, it's going to be more than an hour. That's what I figured. That's right, Sheila. You can't rush the process. And I think Zach's going to come with us again on this one, so that'll be fun having him there again. My top knot is not topping, and I don't like that.
I told her I think she has bigger things to worry about going on over there than her top knot.
And again, what did you mean by that?
You know, it's just word of advice. Just help.
Oh, okay, thanks. Whatever you say. But I am very, very excited. The one thing is I don't know what shoes.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Cold intro.
Never mind. Never mind.
Never you mind there, Jen.
Never the mind, always the
Never you mind.
Never you mind.
You never have a mind. So today we are talking about the Powerball tonight. It was at 1.2, so it's well over that now. I'm not sure what it's.
No, it was at 1.04. Now it's at 1.2. I'm seeing 1.2.
Estimated $1.2 billion and will be happening tonight, which means do not go to a convenience store today because you're going to stand there while those people go, and while you're at it, give me 4 of the number 6s, 7 of the 8s, and 3 of the lucky daily drawings.
I don't even know how it works. You just go and say, I want a Powerball ticket, and they give you one? Or do you have to pick your numbers? Or
you can pick your numbers or have the thing randomly pick them for you, which, if you believe either one of those is going to matter. And then...
But I want $1.2 billion.
Did we do the... I know we have before, the wealth seminar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we done that recently. Powerball Wealth Management. I think if we just search for Powerball Wealth, it should come up.
We did it on July 12th.
Okay, so anyway, I think what we have today is better. That's going to be a big deal tonight because that's not the biggest. What is the biggest?
Was it 1.4
I think it's like 1.6.
or 1.6? This is the third largest right now. We're getting up there. I don't have my shoes.
2.04 billion.
2?
2.04 billion and 22. That was last year.
Oh. I've waffled a lot about my shoes, Dorinda.
She wears waffles for
Yep.
shoes.
I have work. I'm saving my day for the wedding, Sheila says. Have a great day, Sheila. What time are
Before
you
that-
leaving in the morning? I think we're going to leave at like as soon as
9.
we can.
Yeah, 9:15-ish or so.
9:15-ish.
We have a couple of things that we have to do before we can go.
Secret Sound, let's go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s. It's 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast, tell you about how long this rain is going to last in just 4 minutes.
But let's see if we can give away some cash, shall we?
It's time for the secret sound
We're looking for caller number 5 at 623-1025.
to tell us what is this sound. If you can do that, at 623-1025, you're going to win $227.50.
From the 4 states number 1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1, try again.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4.
Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Destiny, where are you from?
Destiny from Joplin.
You are caller number 5.
Woo!
Check this out. It's your destiny to win $227.50, Destiny, if you can tell us.
What is this sound?
Well, I feel like somebody already guessed it, but opening up a can of soda?
She says opening up a can of soda.
For $227.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $250.
And then give you another chance to play with MJ at 11:20.
Awesome, thank you.
What?
No, it's not Julie. Not Julie.
Yeah, Julie's not been back since she fell off the winning cart. And actually, she never was on the winning cart. She was just grabbing hold of one of the wheels and being drug along. So,
Okay, so Sarah plans on meeting us at the studio.
okay.
Okay.
And the route we're going to take over, I don't know. I feel like it might be quicker. Normally, we go over to Galena and around to Riverton and then up that way. But I think it might be quicker to go up by Carl Junction and zip over.
So the way that I did it last time is I went over to Maine, took Maine north, took it to the roundabout in Webb, took the roundabout through Carl Junction, over to Pittsburgh, around Sarah Low Reese.
See, there is that way. You can go up around. That's probably the quicker way to go up by Carl Junction. But you can also go up Joplin Road to Carl Junction and then around from there. I forget what that road is from Peace Church Road. You can drop off that and it'll take you over to 49? And then from there up north to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Probably quicker to go up Carl Junction.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for cash.
We're looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the secret sound. Destiny from Joplin.
You are caller number 5.
Woo!
Check this out. It's your destiny to win $227.50, Destiny, if you can tell us.
What is this sound?
Well, I feel like somebody already guessed it, but opening up a can of soda?
She says opening up a can of soda.
For $227.50. That is not it.
Oh, man.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $250.
And then give you another chance to play with MJ at 11:20.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hi there, stupid.
Jimmy says she's on MJ's show now. Julie is.
Yep, she's not hanging luck with us. She's moving on. Bigger and better things. Definitely bigger things. I don't know about better.
I was gonna say, that's debatable.
More is not always better. Sometimes it's, means you're going to have some more bleach.
Ew.
Oh, there's more of that stuff. Yeah, get the bleach out.
Feels like Family Feud sometimes around here. I always wanted to be on that game show. I thought it would be so much fun.
Family Feud?
Mm-hmm. Let's get the KIX fam on Family Feud.
There's not enough room or enough time. First, we'd have to organize it.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
A bleach bath. Oof. Are you cold?
A little bit.
I'm freezing. And I have my plaid flannel shackety thing on. What's so funny? That's great.
Wow. Let's see if that is. Make sure it's still closed.
It looks closed, yeah. Close that business. Careful. Don't hurt yourself. KIX fam from the north, KIX fam from the south. Oh, Sarah says she's in. She's always wanted to be on Family Feud, too. See?
Okay,
It's
you
all
guys
coming together. It's
don't
already
do
happening.
that. Yep, it's a thing now, I guess.
So Randy can have one team and I'll have another team, or
Yeah, the Randy against Jen. I like that.
North versus South.
It's not North versus South. Then you're North.
Yeah, and you'd be South,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's right, obviously. So Charmin, that's the toilet paper company, not the Fifth Avenue jeweler, in case you're confused.
Thank you for clarifying.
They have boldly announced a new design in toilet paper
Okay.
because their R&D department is trying to justify their salaries.
Sure.
From now on, the ultra soft rolls of Charmin toilet paper are going to have a new, you ready? Scalloped perforation line.
Wow.
Instead of the straight across perforation. I
Oh.
know. The company says this will give consumers a simpler and smoother tear.
So it won't rip, I guess.
The new smooth tear has been in works for more than 5 years, calling it an
guys.
innovation that the toilet paper category has never seen before. Not a whole lot to do over there at the Charmin Company, is there?
5 years to come up with scalloped edges instead of a straight edge.
I know.
Oh, guys.
They
What
must be pooped.
Oh.
You think about it. The last toilet paper innovation was rolling it up on a cardboard tube instead of just selling it by the wad. So this is huge. However, will Angel Soft compete with Charmin's scallop perforation line?
Charmin's going to put them all out of business.
I've got an idea. I'm not going to say it publicly because I'm saving it to call Angel Soft and sell it to him. Zigzags. You're welcome, Angel Soft.
What I do like how Angel Soft, though, they have the tube that smells like lavender. That's nice.
What? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they have the toilet paper roll as fragrance.
I'm sure the Chinese have already got a factory full of kids cutting scallop perforations on toilet paper as we speak.
No.
On that. On it. Here, we were talking about the emergency test that's coming this afternoon earlier. What does happen, let's say, and you know that somewhere in the United States, there are going to be emergencies that happen at the time that goes off.
Sure.
So how do you call 911 or something?
I mean, they just send you a message, right? On your phone, that's it.
Well, no, they take it over for a second or two.
Well, then you wait a second or two, and then
for the amount of time that happens. But let's say, a murder man is coming at you with a knife. Oh no, it's Murder Man, and he's got a knife, and oh my gosh, I want to show you something.
Why did Murder Man make you think of something you want to show me?
You'll see. There's a new video game called Ill that I am so excited
Does
about.
it have a creepy baby that chases you?
No, it looks worse than Resident Evil.
Great. Just what I wanted.
Yeah, there's a trailer
Thank
out.
you.
And yesterday I was watching it at my desk with my headphones on, and I went, "Ma!" And I realized, oh my gosh, I did that out loud. So it tripped me up that much that I was like a little freaked out by it.
Well, then why do I need to see it?
You need to see
I'm
it.
gonna
It
be
is
10
so
times
cool.
worse than you.
The stuff they are doing.
Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
I'm pulling it up. You're
Don't pull
gonna
it up.
look at
No. Put it away. Put
Here.
it away.
You say that to me all the time. Okay, here it is. Actually, this is the commercial before it. Bones Coffee. No, thank you. Okay, you need to come watch this. Come here.
We have very different definitions of need.
It's so tasteful.
I don't believe you.
It is so well done. And when you think about what you're actually seeing, there's nothing really scary.
It's dark.
So he's hiding under the bed, your character is.
Oh, what is a thing?
She looks like she just wants to play. I love the door as she's creeping.
Why is she so tall? Ah, why is there a bell?
Disappointed. And the cross turned upside down. So it's safe now, right? So he's going to get out.
It's not safe. It's not safe. Ah, see it.
Yay. Are you guys seeing her? So she's going to play. Say, come on, you. Okay, that's just that part of the trailer. So this part is meh, but it's not the best. It's called the spider. Turn on the light so we can see.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is the best part, though. Can you guys see her? Yeah. Okay. All of them just want to play. Hey there, Billy. Look what I got. Where did that come from? Hey, what do you say?
Don't you open that window.
Oh, he's
Oh,
not.
shut
Yeah. Irritated now.
Bash his head against it. Yeah. Oh!
Dropped him. That's where I went. Ah! And watch this. This is so weird. Isn't it cool? I want to play this game, but not by myself. I'm going to have a support group to be able to play it. That is so freaky.
Why?
Especially the look on his face.
Seg.
KIX 102.5. What do you think? There's a couple more parts that they show, but nothing as impactful as those two, I feel like. It's mind-blowing. And it's made by Unreal Engine, who makes some of their graphics are so crazy you forget that you're watching an animation totally. I mean, that's very realistic.
Yes, it was very realistic. You're right.
Yes. Wasn't that great?
No.
Doesn't it just make you feel unquiet?
It makes me feel icky. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I feel unsettled.
I feel like they have a real grasp on the things that cause disquiet like that. Was there nothing really horrific there that you saw? It was the combination of one, her look, that, and then the whoops, the way that they move,
Mm-hmm.
and the awkwardness of it all that created the disquiet, the horror there. To me, that's genius. And you've got to have a real understanding of horror, terror, to be able to create those things in movies and in video games like that. It's not about gore. It's not about blood and guts. It's not about shock factor. That can be a part of it, but it needs to be about that. There was all this disquiet that was created when the guy was pulling the game out and showing it to the boy through the window. You guys didn't see what we're talking about, but if you want to go watch it yourself in a quiet, dark room, it is Ill is the name of the movie or the video game, and you just look up Ill game trailer.
Yeah, it'll make you ill to watch it.
It will. So I know that one of them, this guy, your character shoots body parts off of one of these things coming at you, and when it finally dies, this worm thing crawls out of it and goes slinking away. So there's something wrong in the storyline that is causing them to be this way. And you've stumbled into the middle of it because there's a bunch of them.
Great. Fantastic.
But what was the thing with him floating through the window and grabbing and then floating back out again?
Mm-hmm. That was weird.
It was. And when he grabbed the boy with his mouth.
Got the boy's neck with his mouth and then dropped him
And
then
dropped
came back.
and then came back, yeah, and because he floated up. I wish that was a movie. That would be the scariest thing ever. Hi there, Morning KIX. Well,
Morning,
hello, Dustin.
How are you?
Hey, Dustin, does Halloween scare you? It
It scares
him.
me too.
Garth Brooks scares me.
Garth Brooks is great. He sings about fires.
Ah!
You want some Garth Brooks this morning, Dustin? All right, we'll see what we can do for you. You have a great day, okay? Bye-bye.
Something's missing there.
The clippy?
No, it's in there. It's back behind it. I feel like there's some element that should be there.
Looks like
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s. It's 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 25 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to hear about your relationship consolation prize.
Consolation prize. So there's 2 ways you can look at a breakup, okay? You can either be like, oh my gosh, that's so horrible. That's a part of my life I'm never going to get back. I wasted so much time with that person. Or you can say, hey, even though I lost the game, look, I got these lovely parting gifts.
Right, so you can either look at it from a more negative standpoint or try to find something positive in what happened.
At least I got X, out of it, or blah, whatever it might be.
You can call or text to tell us your relationship consolation prize at 623-1025.
So the Powerball is happening tonight.
And the jackpot is massive. It's $1.2 billion, one of the biggest ever in the game.
So this is a really big deal. And as such, you know that today is not a day to go to any convenience store anywhere, because there are going to be those people standing in line trying to buy their Powerball tickets. And whatever process this goes through, it must be monumental, because they seem to take forever to do so.
And I feel so bad for the attendants that are going to have to go through this again and again and again all day long.
These are the real American heroes that we need to salute, the convenience store lottery ticket sales clerks.
Today, we salute you, convenience store lottery ticket sales clerk.
Convenience store lottery ticket sales clerk.
As the lottery jackpot climbs, so do their work hours and their stress. They can't print out quick picks quickly enough to finally ring out the guy who's just there for his morning coffee.
By the way, the coffee pot is empty.
Yeah, well, it's been a little busy.
There's a billionaire wannabes in line. Yeah.
So when you're queued up at the Quickie Mart, hoping to never work again in your life, pay tribute to the poor soul who's never worked so hard in their life, and be kind to your local convenience store lottery ticket sales clerk.
A real American hero.
And no, it's not their fault you didn't win the jackpot last time.
All right.
Have a good one, Sarah.
That could not have gone more, well, it could have gone more wronger.
More wronger. Oh, it's raining a lot again.
Where are the bodies, Garth? Yeah, that video game looks amazing. So one of my fun things to do when I'm really, really bored here lately is to watch. I don't like watching people do gameplay where they talk normally, but when it comes to a horror game, it does. It lightens it a little bit, makes it funny, and you can focus a little bit more on the person who is playing the game rather than the game itself. So I've been watching this one guy named Fooster, who he freaks out so bad. I swear the guy's going to have a heart attack one day playing it. I mean, and it's not fake. He's not fake doing it. You can tell, because I do a little bit, but he was crying the other day, actual tears. I don't like doing that. Seriously, I cannot keep doing these games. At the end of one, he gave a big speech. He goes, this is really beginning to affect me, physically and mentally. I can't keep doing it. He just released a new one. So I don't know who it is that's beating him, forcing him to do these games, but it's hilarious to watch. And he did this one where you go up to recover. Your grandfather has died. You have to go to his apartment, which is on the 4th floor, and find this box that he left you in his will. And it said, it's at my apartment. You must go reclaim it. So you find this box, and there's something in it that is meant specifically for you. That's the message that he left in his will.
What is it?
And it's a first person game. So you never see, well, you do in the mirror. You see the body of the person you're playing a couple of times. So you go in there, and the apartment's really creepy. It's a good-sized apartment. And he wanders around, and the power goes off while he's in there. And he can't get back out. The door is locked. So he keeps having to go turn the breakers on. And when he does, he sees he's going to examine this one room. And when he looks back, he sees a hand reach out of this doorway and turn the breaker off. And it goes dark. And it's a huge hand that reaches out, this great long fingers, and turns the breaker off. And there's dolls in there, and he eventually finds this doorway that leads to a hidden stairway in the building that goes down to these subterranean levels where there are tortured people, bodies, and blood on the walls. His grandfather's writing him messages in the dark whenever he's in the dark on the wall, and blood. And there's a great big guy. Reminds me a lot of what we just saw, that kind of feel.
Was his grandpa murdered, or was his grandpa the crazy?
I think his grandpa
Murdery
was the
guy.
crazy murdery guy. I think. I never did really follow the story well because there were so many jumps, and this guy just freaking out the whole time was the show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I watch stuff like that.
Nope, you lost me at huge hand.
I mean, and well, it's just this, you know, you're watching and it's kind of quiet and there's no indicator. And
Hi,
all
Floyd.
of a sudden you see this hand come out, this great big hand, click, and it's dark. And you're like, that's in here with me. And a couple of times you just see him standing at the end of hallways in the dark. You can barely see his silhouette and he's just staring. You know, that kind of thing is the kind of scare I appreciate. Because there's nothing gory. There's nothing. It's just that little kid thing at the foot of your bed scare
Mm-hmm.
that takes us back to our childhood, you know, that to me is very valuable.
You know,
And very hard to create.
You know what I was afraid of when I was a child in terms of monsters? I was afraid that my sandal was going to flap over and eat me. That's what I was afraid of. I was not
You
afraid of
had
crazy
serious-
monsters staring at the end of the hallway at me. With
Serious mental issues. Though.
no,
It sounds like.
I don't.
Look,
I
Ma,
think
no
you had
hands.
serious mental issues if you're having seen people at the end of hallways and other things like that.
There's one point where he finally does something. You do something in the apartment. I remember you lock the breaker door so that this thing cannot go out and turn the light off anymore. And when that happens, the hand comes out and it is way up at the top of the doorway and does this to the light bulb. It just crushes it. And you're like, oh, crap. And that's when things really begin to get out of hand in the game. But this game
Whoa, let's talk about the rain. There's so much rain now.
Ew.
Wow, look at all the rain.
is just disquieting.
Look at the rain. It's downpour.
To me, a lot more scary than when he reaches and grabs the boy and takes him out. That's scary, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that he comes up and he does this and all of that to me is just terrific.
Terrorific.
Yeah.
No.
So those are the things that I'm hoping for in this month's.
The movie Candyman?
See, to me, I didn't think that was scary at all.
Megan
that
said
was
that one
one of
freaked her
the
out.
biggest letdown movies I have ever seen.
Really?
It's too dark, way too dark. The entire movie is too dark. You can barely get a sense of what you're looking at. How can you be scared if you can't see what you're looking at? I just could not get into Candyman. I thought it was ridiculous.
What's it about? Candyman?
Well, supposedly if you stand in front of a bathroom mirror in the dark and say the word Candyman 3 times, he will appear behind you and kill you.
Why is it always stand in front of your bathroom mirror in the dark and say something 3 times?
What is the other one?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, yeah. And I could see if you were 9, it freaking you out. I saw a movie, I remember when I was about that age, Megan, called Galaxy of Terror, that I think I've referenced it before. It was a sci-fi horror movie. And there were a couple of scenes in that have stayed with me forever. But I've gone back and watched it since because that's how you overcome these fears, is by exposure.
Sure.
And I'm like, why was that scary? The scene where the girl, she's crawling, they all get separated, all these space explorers on this big monolith that they find in space. And she played Joni on Happy Days, whatever her name was. Erin Moran.
Okay, yeah. The sister, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's, Erin is, she has gotten separated. Robert Englund was in it, who played Freddy Krueger. The guy who played the clown in the Sick, Twisted, Cannibal Corpse movies, whatever those are. Yeah, they're just gore fests. And this was a bit of a gore fest too. But anyway, they all have different things that they're being tormented with in these separate paths that they take. So they split up to explore. It's a maze. And hers, it keeps getting smaller and smaller. She keeps noticing that the roof is smaller. Well, as she goes on, it gets smaller and smaller until she's finally crawling. And the tunnels are made out of like ice. And there are these weird looking wires all over the ground, these cables, kind of like look kind of like this, only they're cabling. And she thinks they're moving. You can tell she's like, and they're kind of slimy. And eventually they start grabbing her and they flip her over and they move across her body and they squeeze her until she explodes. That really freaked me out. I couldn't sleep on my back for the longest time because that's the way she is laying when she exploded. Really messed with me. Morning, Pam. The bee's coming out of his mouth.
Morning,
to me,
Pam.
that was just kind of silly. I was
Why
probably
were there
too
bees
scarred.
in his mouth?
I guess he uses bees to kill people.
Do you post up top just 3 minutes ago for everyone or just me?
We're talking about
What are you talking about,
stuff
Floyd?
that really scares us.
I don't like grasshoppers because of the movie.
Oh, that's terroristic.
Have
Yeah,
you
that
read
movie.
the whole Bug's Life cicada grasshopper theory?
No.
A grasshopper can be a cicada, but a cicada can't be a grasshopper. So Hopper, they think, was not actually a grasshopper. They think he was transforming into a cicada. That's why he was so feral.
Cicada are separate things than grasshoppers.
It was the whole conspiracy theory, Randy. It's
Okay.
crazy. Remember that time you threw a grasshopper at me? That was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. So I showed Jen a special trailer for a video game this morning, and we're working through it because it
Special.
was horrific. It's very, very scary.
Mm-mm.
Those are the kind of things that lodge themselves in your mind and come out later at night, at 2 a.m.
Stop trying to make it bad.
Especially the girl peeking through the doorway. That, can you imagine late at night? Do you close your bedroom door when you sleep?
Stop it. I'm not answering that question.
And waking up
5
and seeing it
seconds.
partially open?
Oh, my God.
Is there someone peeking through that
gotta do
door? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
A chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s at 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in just 11 minutes. Plus, in the next hour,
We want to know all about your relationship consolation prize.
so the relationship didn't work out. So that person has moved on and you have too. But look, you've got this lovely door prize now, whatever it might have been.
Yeah, you can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
The Powerball drawing tonight is worth an estimated $1.2 billion. It said it's the 4th largest in history.
Which I think the largest was last year, and it was over $2 billion.
And that's there's only been 2 other times that I've seen one bigger. So there was one that was 1.5, and then there was one that was over 2. So that would make this the 3rd largest.
Are we missing one?
I couldn't
I don't
find
know.
another. So anyway, it's a pretty significant drawing tonight for Powerball players. And we've talked about those people that are picking their tickets, picking their numbers. I guess there's a process to this.
Are they picking like birthdays or like how do you know which numbers to pick? I've never known.
Why would it matter? The chances of you winning are astronomical. You'd be better to go out and get on top of a telephone pole buck naked in a rainstorm like this. You'd have a
Don't do
less
that.
likely chance of being hit by lightning than you would of winning the Powerball, even with those circumstances.
Okay, but the outcome of winning the Powerball is way better than the outcome of standing naked on a big old pole in a lightning storm.
Yeah, but it's less likely to happen. But those people who pick the numbers, they are wizards. They've got their own process, and who knows the methodology behind it.
Ever since his 80th birthday, he's played the Powerball. He's choosing his own numbers. He needs to pick them all. And he knows he's gonna
Take it,
win
Ted.
it. All the money he will haul. Already decided he'll win the Powerball.
Oh, yeah, refresh the page on that
A
auto.
Powerball wizard, he's gonna be so rich. Powerball wizard, his numbers never miss. Why does he pick his number? I don't know. His chances are so good. At the gas station, he tells everyone in line. But in his resignation, that jackpot is mine. Can't win if you don't play. His numbers they'll call.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Yeah.
So, Megan says, forget for a split second that I have kids. Yeah, kids can be the biggest creep out. I remember waking up one time in the middle of the night and seeing a set of eyes right at the mattress looking at me like this. It was Lauren, but for a second, I thought it was a demon child from hell, which maybe not, But I remember a little bit of me died in that moment, and we'll never get back. But the idea of waking up in the middle of the night with realizing, didn't I shut the door? And seeing it open, is that someone standing behind it? And then you see a hand reach in.
It's just your child needing some help at night. That's it.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Stop it.
Can
Why
I show
are
them
you
that
tr-
part? Just that
Why
part?
are you trying to make it so bad for
It's
me?
Halloween.
Ugh.
Can I show them just that
yeah,
part?
please do. Please
okay,
do.
so you guys know what
Scar
we're
them.
talking about.
Sorry, guys. All Randy did was restart it. All you have to do is refresh the page, and that'll fix the times. Oh, gosh. If you don't want to be spooked, look away. Jimmy says, don't be afraid of the dead. It's the alive you have to worry about. That is true.
Another ad? Seriously, YouTube? Come on. Okay. I've got it ready. For some reason, the media is not working.
Because you have the chat superseding the screen there.
Oh my gosh, come on. Why won't it let me move this? What the heck, Jen? It will not let me even grab it. I cannot grab that to make it larger or smaller.
Did you set the size of it or something?
No.
There you go.
Why it's doing that. Okay, there. Now I can change what it is. No, I need this. Remove. I don't know why these are in this window.
Morning, Kathy.
Why won't you let me adjust? Let's just do this. It's easier.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the trailer. I've got it turned up where you guys can hear it because there's not much to hear.
You're here just in time, Kathy.
Yep, just in time, Kathy. Watch. Wait. I've got it muted. So now he thinks that it's okay to go in. I mean, come out from under the bed, but wasn't. Look how happy she is. Okay, that's enough. That's the other part is a little too freaky. It gets freakier than that even. Megan says, "Nope, I'm out." Check your encoder settings again. We're getting that again.
Just when we switched over to the Media. Mm-hmm. Yep, none for me. I'm driving.
That's a reference from Nope, no more for me. I'm driving.
Yeah, it's only a movie. It's only
It's
only
not a movie,
video
Catherine.
game. It's not even a.
It's a video
game.
Yeah. It's called Ill.
But it looks like a movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, Unreal Engine. Their graphics are unbelievable.
Are they Unreal graphics?
They are Unreal graphics. So, Unreal Engine. So, they've got this one scene where there is this deer.
Jimmy says that was cool.
Yes, it was, Jimmy.
Woo!
Okay, so I'll show Jen. There's one part where this deer is in the wood and this.
Why are you showing me more? I don't need to see
amazing.
more. I'm
This
fine.
is not about the scare factor, okay? This is about. This is about. There's so many of these trailers that I've not seen for this game.
Oh boy.
This. Well, put her down. It's about the graphics, the ability of this game. So this thing is eating the deer alive. It's just a deer. Come here, look at this. And it's in black and white, so it's the way, and it screams. Look at this. It's more realistic than Blair Witch. I don't know someone you're working with, but and it's eating it. In just a couple of seconds, there's nothing left but a skull. That's amazing graphically. And it's gone.
Get away from it.
Oh, that one's kind of silly. So it's zombie movie. But is this the one where the guy's at the end of the hall? This is how it starts. So he has a car wreck, hits somebody, and when he wakes up, this is you being drugged. This way. Just watch the way he moves his head. That is what's impressive about this game. That was scary. That's disquieting. Is there a thing here? They're just showing bits of the gameplay. Whatever that thing is. To me, that's not that scary. But that little thing where he turns his head. Oh, there you are. And the deer. That's just
The deer
disquieting.
screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Good for you, Sheehan. Sheehan. Read it correctly, Jen. She spells it that way for a reason.
I don't like scary stuff, Jimmy. You
She
can have all the
is
scary-
a
Ugh, y'all
convenience
can
store
have it.
worker,
Y'all
and
can have
she
it.
is sure she'll be selling a ton of tickets today. Yeah.
You're gonna be busy, busy, busy.
So why does it, Cheyenne? You can
Bye,
tell us.
Floyd.
Why does it take them so long? Does it not take them that long? Is that just my perception because there's so many of them?
Maybe they're being very methodical about their.
But you
What
think
they're
you'd
gonna
have
do.
this all worked out before you got to the counter, wouldn't you?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, what is the deal that makes them take so long? Makes me need Botox in my hands and feet.
What does?
What,
Fear?
Megan?
Because your hands are sweaty? Is that why? Did you see what Megan said? Slam your tallywhacker in the door and call it a door
that is
stopper.
not necessary
Call
to
it
be.
a door stopper.
There's no reason to be offensive. Yeah, there's just something about her looking through the door. Diddle-diddle-ding, diddle-diddle-ding. That's genius. Who comes up with that? To me, that is a true art form, to be able to do that and affect you on that emotional level.
Yeah, it's art. for
It
sure.
is. It's dark, yes, but to be able to do that so well without shock factor. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody can do shock factor, but to be able to connect with you on that subterranean level. Shine says it doesn't take long usually. Most people just get quick picks, which is just a press of a button. So is the one that takes a long time where people have specific numbers?
No, because I thought they stepped aside and they fill it in and bring it back up.
That's the idea, I think, but I don't know that they necessarily do that. That whole scene with the woman thing at the door makes me want to play it. I think I will have to eventually get it. But the thing is, my wife will not want to participate in it with me.
Nope.
And I don't know that I can play it by myself.
Have Bella with you.
That's secure. Oh, that makes everything better. She can't even manage through a rainstorm.
Chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s. More storms likely tonight, lows nearing 63. A chance of storms in the mid-70s for tomorrow, but sunshine on Friday, highs nearing 67.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar showing some moderate rainfall across a lot of the 4 states.
63 in Monette, 65 in Pittsburgh, 65 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So we're talking about your relationship consolation prize.
So the relationship may have ended, but you left it with this good thing.
Yeah, and that's a way that we're trying to accentuate the positive, all that. But you can look at it like, hey, at least I made it away with bleh.
Whatever that is for you.
Yeah, 623-1025 to tell us.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Luke Bryan
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. So Resident Evil, The Village, Part 5, has some scary parts in it, some surprise parts. I've shown you some of those. But I feel like this is on a whole other level from that.
Yay.
Resident Evil, it's a lot about the story rather than the scare factor. There is scare factor all through it. The whole thing is scary. But this, it's just a whole other level.
Cheyenne says, I've only had like 2 people who will actually want to pick their numbers.
Huh.
Just run a piece of paper through and print the ticket.
Why do we get the idea that it takes so long then? Why does it seem like it takes
Because
so
you're a
long?
grumpy, impatient person.
Possibly. That's possibly a big part of it. I have had, I know in the past, to stand behind people. I think the people who get scratchers are a lot slower than the Powerball people.
Yeah.
They want 4 of this and 3 of that and 2 of those and 1 of those. And then I know they have to ring it up differently for lottery stuff. They have a separate register for that or something.
I've seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
She's already seen that.
Yeah, that's great. I love that one. The music in it is
We're trying to scare her this Halloween.
because they're mean.
They?
So mean. You said we're trying to scare her, so I
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like in the past, last year, we failed a little bit when it came to the Halloween movies.
we were easing me into it, which
Yeah.
is not a failure. That's a good thing.
and you liked all of them. So,
for the most part.
yeah, even I gave her what I consider my scariest movie of all,
The Ritual.
The Ritual, and she loved it.
Yeah, it was a great movie. It's very well done.
Well, and I feel like a good scary movie can be scary and be well done at the same time.
For sure.
Not just gore fests. But this year, we're stepping everything up a little bit. So the scariest one of all, which is the one we're going to do on the weekend right before Halloween, to me is also one of the best done ones. And it's legendary. It's an epic, it's almost Godfather level, and it's
Really?
legendary.
Godfather was so good. Let's go watch The Godfather some more.
Come to the Pete's truck stop. Oh, I would love to. I'll sell you a ticket. I don't buy lottery tickets, Cheyenne. I have never bought a lottery ticket.
Ever?
Ever.
Really?
Powerball or otherwise. I've never bought. I've had scratchers tickets, people give them to you as Christmas gifts, stuff like that, which, no, I don't like throwing my money away, which I feel like it is.
Or you could win. How much is a Powerball ticket anyway? I don't even know.
No, $1? That's what they used
Really?
to be.
Is that cheap?
Are they still $1, Cheyenne? So, yeah, to me, and even the people who say, well, I once won $100. Yeah, but how much money did you spend outside of that winning ticket?
Yeah.
So, to me, it never will equal out. At least for me, it won't. We've seen how when I gamble, what happens with that. I just lose. Like fate say, oh, it's him. Just go ahead and write expired or invalid or whatever.
I'm not good at it either.
Jimmy thinks it's $2 a ticket.
So if you get 5, that's only $10.
There's so much
$10
more I can do with $10. Besides that, I have other uses for that $10 and actual uses. I think that's a reflection on our society as a whole, though, that things like this are as popular as they are.
They just want free stuff.
Well, it's just that we have so much extra capital, everybody, that we can afford to spend on that. And it's a shame when it's the people who, unfortunately, their kids, don't get enough to eat that focus on those things rather than the things they should be. The Wealth Management Powerball Seminar. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Should not be.
I'm needing chapstick, something fierce. Holy cow. Close it. You never closed it. Just close it. You never closed it before. That note. It should be fine now. Yeah, it was there. Mm-hmm.
Why is it on that screen and not on others?
It was on my screen, and then I closed it and it hasn't come back up.
But no, I'm wondering, why did that particular media screen affect it?
I don't know.
I feel like I need to set that to disappear. Force SDR. Oh, that did not work.
My son told me not to buy one. It would ruin my life. Too much money.
Whatever that did, that shut it down.
There you go.
Oh, no.
I know. My website feed is frozen. It has been frozen for several minutes now. But I refreshed it and it all works now. I don't know.
Mine still says offline.
You got to sit there and stare at it for a minute.
Floyd going, it's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a movie.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:10.
Chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s at 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. But we're talking about your relationship consolation prize.
Which is like your relationship may have ended, but at least you walked away with this really good thing.
This lovely parting gift.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Whatever that might be for you, you can tell us at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's John Party.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. So this is kind of interesting. All these 80s babes are getting together to form one of the roughly 600 Christmas movies that the Lifetime channel is going to be airing this holiday season, called Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas. So the movie stars 1980s TV sex bombs Lonnie Anderson, who was on WKRP in Cincinnati, Morgan Fairchild, who was on Falcon Crest, Linda Gray from Dallas. Some of them I didn't know they were still alive. Donna Mills from Knots Landing, and Nicolette Sheridan from Knots Landing. Old rivalries will resurface that threaten to tear the production apart as they reunite to shoot the final Christmas episode of their long-running show. But in the end, they reluctantly agree to set aside their differences and act as if they still love each other and learn the true meaning of Christmas along the way and the true meaning of Botox, too. There's going to be more plastic in that movie than all the oceans of the world.
I don't know what any of them look like anymore.
No, and for those of you that have a super high-definition television, great. I guess the various stars of Charlie's Angels were too old and the stars of Melrose Place were too young. I hope they have the same de-aging technology they used on Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones. That would be nice.
Morgan Fairchild. I think I recognize her.
You should.
Yes. Okay, I recognize her. I've seen her in stuff.
Very famous model actress. There were a couple of things that Lonnie Anderson was known for.
Okay. Yeah, she was on Friends. She was Chandler's mom.
Yeah.
That's how I know her. Nicolette Sheridan also looks very familiar. I don't recognize Linda Gray. Who's Linda Gray?
From Dallas. She looked old back then, I thought. I always thought. I was not a Dallas fan when I was a little kid. It was too heady for my young mind.
Yeah, I don't think I recognize her at all. Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. True, and don't cross a path, or don't cross a black cat's path. I love black kitties. They're
Are we talking about superstitions?
seem to be.
This Friday is the 13th. No, it's next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday is the 13th.
I like the name Lonnie. You don't ever hear that anymore. Lonnie. That's pretty.
Lonnie, 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 Lonnie.
You think this stuff that's burning down there is going to come this way? Down by Afton?
Hard to tell. So if we look at, I think I deleted the one app. I did.
My phone says we may get a reprieve at 10, and then it's going to come back.
So seeing the name Nicolette Sheridan made me think of what's his name that wrote the stories for Yellowstone and for 1883. What's his name?
I don't know,
Sheridan.
but yeah.
He's got a new show coming out on November 5th that is a Western about a black sheriff in a town that looks kind of good. It's got, oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it or any of the actors. I can see them in my head. So what's his name that played Cousin Eddie on National Lampoon's Vacation?
That guy.
His brother.
Oh, okay.
Very famous actor. Why can't I think of his name?
They're Dennis Quaid.
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 Yeah. So Dennis Quaid is in this movie.
Okay.
Or it's series. And who else? There was somebody. Oh, Donald Sutherland is in it, which is, I mean, he's a pretty big actor. It usually adds some clout to whatever he's in. Kiefer Sutherland's father. He's in it, and a couple of other big actors. I don't recognize the guy who plays the black sheriff, but it looks pretty good. And being as how it's written by him, it seems like everything he touches here lately is good. The new Lioness show is really, really good so far. It's beginning to get a little icky.
Look like Christmas?
Huh?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
No.
Are you ready?
Yark.
We got a seg.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Wanting to know your relationship consolation prize?
Text or tell us at 623-1025.
Here's Tyler Hubbard.
On KIX. So tomorrow also marks the launch of the Hallmark Christmas movie season.
Yay!
Okay, easy there, Trigger. They will be announcing the entire lineup tomorrow for their movies, and we will have them for you tomorrow morning on the show. Talking about all of them. There are 42 movies that will air on the Hallmark Channel as compared to the 200 plus on Lifetime. But Hallmark's known for it, not Lifetime.
Hallmark is iconic. Their movies are just so good.
They're all the same.
You're all the same.
We will talk about that tomorrow and have the rundown of the new movies and everything for those of you who are freaks.
I'm so excited. Did I not put my chapstick in here?
Nope. Told you.
I did not. No wonder I couldn't find it. What did I do with it then? Is it in the big pouch? I have a Vapo inhaler if you pass out.
Oh, okay.
Just
A Vapo? What is a Vapo? Is that ammonia?
no, it's menthol, really strong menthol.
You sure it's not got ammonia in it? Clogged. Ammonia. Now, sometime we need to get an ammonia capsule and like pop it under each other's noses.
That's cat pee, isn't it?
No, well, cat pee has a
And
certain
that's
amount of
also
that in it.
stuff in your hair when you.
Not mine.
dye
I
your
wash.
hair using
I
ammonia?
would wash mine when I had it. We ought to get those and pop them. Most little first aid kits have them in them.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fun thing. Because you can't stand it. You can't hold it under your nose. You'll be like, it shuts your world down.
How long do you think you can keep it there?
Second, maybe. I don't. You can't. You just can't handle it. And the thing is, you don't have to breathe in either. Just put it near it, and it'll affect your sinus tissue.
We should make a day of it.
Be
Just
a
see what
good
happens.
On-air sinus. Or on-air stunt. On-air sinus? I've had on-air sinus before.
Here we go.
Let's hope it doesn't happen this time. KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 819.
Chance of rain and storms to continue with highs nearing 75. It's 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 4 minutes to tell you how long this rain's going to last throughout the day.
But we're talking about your relationship consolation prize.
What did you get once the relationship was over? Maybe it did end, but at least you did get what?
You can call or text and let us know at 623-1025.
What was it for you?
His mom.
His mom?
You took his mom with you when you left?
Yeah. She told him she liked me better.
Well, you know.
Well, you got all the mama love and then not him.
Yep.
I see that as his fault, not yours.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your relationship consolation prize?
Well, I got my gun, and he got the PlayStation, but I took all the charging cables.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck playing that game.
That's right. What did you get as a relationship consolation prize?
Well, it was my sister's relationship. After being married a few years, me and 2 other guys went to move her stuff out. She was not there, and when we got all of her stuff loaded up, we took every single light bulb in the house.
Every light bulb.
Left him totally in the dark.
That's true.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
I took all the TVs in the house.
All the TVs.
Yes.
He might have the ESPN sports package, but he ain't got nothing to watch it on.
No.
Tell us what your relationship consolation prize was at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states number 1 for country.
Morning, Jason. He says, I'm about to give a talk to students at the Neosho Chamber. I'm demoing our live chat app for them. That's so cool.
Whose live chat app?
Ours.
Oh, he is demoing ours for.
He says, I'm demoing our live chat app for them.
Who is this?
Jason.
Jason is.
For the Neosho
awesome.
Chamber. Yeah.
Jason. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, I see what I did when you go back to last year and look, you can see.
Yeah. Lisa says, oh, no, it's Randy.
Oh, no, it's Lisa.
Lisa Simpson. Yeah, let's take the easy way to Mother Nature's crack. What do you mean do the ammonia there? I don't want to do pneumonia right above a huge crack. Ammonia, not pneumonia.
That worries me about the other things.
I think that's it.
Okay, content-wise, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think, how did I? There's so much back and forth. Okay. I put the right one on for next year.
Thank you.
Well, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Which now I'm second guessing.
I think that was it.
Yeah, at least the content all
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come across.
Right. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I have another country dirt today. And we've got a pod.
If nobody.
I like picking on Randy. He's fun, Lisa says. Tell Randy to pull over the side thing down so we can see who's talking on the app.
The side thing down. What is he talking about?
Jimmy says, tell Randy to pull over the side thing down
Is it not?
so we can see who's talking on the app.
Okay, it's not updating. That's why. For some reason, I have to go back frequently, back and forth between the screenshot view. OBS is not updating. For some reason.
That's weird.
There you go. So that it'll update on the video.
You don't like the praying mantis? I think a praying mantis is okay.
Oh, as weird as insects?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are very strange.
The females rip the heads off of their mates.
So there is a martial arts style that studies the movement of the mantis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you know it?
Some parts of it. So some parts of it leak its way into our system. That's a Chinese fighting style that focuses on the movement of animals. Actually, it's older. It comes from India before it came to China. And then from China, it watered its way down to Okinawa. So a lot of those same movements. So this thing that we do right there, which is, you want to see what it is?
Are you going to hurt me?
No, not if you don't resist.
No!
Look, so hand out like offense. This movement
Mm-hmm.
is from the mantis.
Oh, okay.
That looks like his hands.
That's cool.
That's part of that.
I like the walking stick. I think the walking stick is cool. The walking stick bug?
That's a mantis.
The walking stick is a mantis?
Yes, that's praying
What?
mantis. That's the same thing.
What?
You didn't know that? How do you not know that?
That's not a praying mantis.
Yes, it is.
That's a phasmid.
What?
Look up a praying mantis and then look up a walking stick bug. They are different.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought they were the same thing.
The more you know.
Yeah, they look very similar.
Okay. Yeah, they're two different bugs.
Praying mantis, its mating habits are very odd.
They rip heads off.
And eat
Right.
them. Yeah. So you want a horror story? There's your horror story.
They used a praying mantis villain in Buffy one time. It was very cool.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the season finale to Ahsoka was on Disney last night. Did anybody watch it? I know Jen didn't.
Nope.
So I'm not even asking her. But speaking of beheading, there was a beheading in part of that. Yeah, it was not graphic. So
okay.
Happens behind a big rock formation, and then you see the head roll across the ground. And it was a stormtrooper, so, you know.
Which is not a robot.
But the stormtroopers were these zombie things. So the witches of Dathomir infuse them with this power so that when they're killed, they come back to life.
No. Yeah, they're all calling you out. Two different bugs.
But the whole Dathomir canon is getting ready to come out in the next season of Ahsoka.
Cool.
Yeah. So they have.
What would you rank this Ahsoka season? First season, new show, 1 to 10.
Probably on a level with Mandalorian. Nowhere near as bad as Boba Fett, but it's nowhere near as good as Obi-Wan. The Andor series was more watchable than Andor, but not as well produced, directed, acted.
You're not burned out on Star Wars yet? There's been so much Star Wars stuff back to back to back to back.
Because all the stories are different. And there's so much of this lexicon, this canon, you know, to flesh out that they can do. So I feel like they're just really getting started. And there's so much more. The video game world, which has to stay within the Star Wars story canon. So it's got to all be approved and everything. And they make sure that it meshes up with all the other story pieces that everyone knows. Have gone back now to pre-Sith era.
Cool.
Of the world. You know. They actually, in some of the early games, some of the games that cover the early history, make a connection, very loose, between our reality and theirs.
No way.
Yeah. That there may have been star explorers that, you know.
Are the Witches of Dathomir, are they in the first 3 movies?
No.
The original 3, I should say.
The original, talking Star Wars, Empire Strikes, Return of the Jedi. No. Supposedly they were in that time period. You just never hear a thing about them ever. The first time you hear about anything Dathomirian is with Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace. So you remember the guy that had little spikes on his head and all the red and black. He's a Dathomirian, okay? So he is one of the things that they produce. And I say produce. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know your relationship consolation prize?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Thomas Rhett.
On KIX 102.5.
So they're kind of hatched.
Oh. Hatched?
Yeah. So
out of eggs?
The Dathomirian witches use these men as breeding stock, but then once they are produced, the magic that they use, magic with a K, they put them in these pods where they grow to full-size adults. And it's a very weird. The world is like a horror show. The whole Dathomirian place is zombies, monsters, and stuff like that.
Hello to the Neosho Chamber if you're on with us right now.
But we're talking about Star Wars stuff. What are they talking about? Hey, you want to show the trailer again?
No!
So
don't do it.
It's getting to be Halloween. We have been talking a lot of scary stuff too. And so earlier we showed Jen a trailer for a new horror video game called Ill.
And it's terrible.
It was awesome.
It's so scary.
It is. And nothing really happens. I mean, much.
I don't know. The movement
Yeah.
is what really
And
got
the
me.
looks. She's looking through. And that whole thing where she, stands there for a second after realizing no one's in the room. And slams the door in fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she's just standing there and staring at him. And oh my gosh.
Oh, you are there.
Oh, no. No. Got 1 minute.
1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
Are you ready? No. It's on the right side. I think, something fell because the hat is partly down. It didn't used to be dangling like that. Right? And we may be missing like a pin or something that was in the middle of the KIX banner on the bottom. I don't know.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. 15.
When we come back, I've got the latest pizza poll. I mean, what they discovered is we eat a lot of pizza. Yeah, so tell you all about this. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:34.
Chance of rain and storms to continue today with highs in the mid-70s at 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the forecast in the next hour. Plus, we'll have the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
Which means you still have time to go on the KIX app and vote for the songs that you want us to play back for you.
But we're talking about what you ended up with after the relationship was over.
Yeah, we're calling it your relationship consolation prize, if you will.
What was yours?
I got the dog and a pair of clothes on my back. My mom bought all my new clothes.
Better than nothing, right?
Hey, better than nothing.
Especially since she loved that dog.
But Fifi's yours now.
She did.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
Never having to deal with them three again.
Three? What, you broke up with three
It was
people?
a Mormon relationship.
Okay. Not judging.
Sister wives.
3 over the years.
Oh, so not
so
all
three
at the same
separate.
time. Yeah, I
Okay.
get you.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
Oh, gosh, leave them the light bulbs. Take all the toilet paper and the towels.
See, I was saying the same thing. You take the toilet paper and the towels and the pillows.
Let's think about the things you can't live without.
There you go.
623-1025 to text or tell us what was your relationship consolation prize.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
No reason to stretch this out.
No.
So our pizza survey that we were talking about, Amazon Fresh did a survey of some 5,000 U.S. adults and found that the average person can eat over half a pizza by themselves in a single sitting. Amateurs.
Kyle ate an entire medium pizza last night.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there.
And he's a little guy.
He is.
So the poll finds Americans eat pizza 3 times in any given month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right. The equivalent of 180 potential slices in a single year.
Okay.
Enough, they say, to fill a full-size suitcase. How many Rhode Islands is that?
You know, that's how I like to eat my pizza, is out of a suitcase.
Right out of a suitcase down by the railroad tracks. I've had pizza that tasted like it was carried around in a suitcase.
Ah, gross.
3 times in any given month. There were times when I had pizza 3 times in any given day.
Right, yeah, same. When I first moved into my own apartment, there were no rules. I was like, oh my gosh, I
Pizza.
can eat whatever I want. Let's have some calzones up in here.
Well, I just went along with Amazon Fresh's plan to talk about a dumb poll so they could get their name mentioned on our show. Did we get anything? Maybe a pizza?
A lot of times that's kind of a running joke in radio too, where it's like your boss is like, oh man, I've got this really big surprise. You guys have been working so hard. I can't wait to do this for you.
It's pizza.
It's pizza.
I used to, when I first started in radio, so it used to be a thing with Domino's that they would frequently get someone to call an order and nobody come pick it up. So they have to throw those pizzas away.
Oh, no.
So I used to have a guy down there that was a fan, and I used to call him every so often and say, hey, you got any that no one's picked up? Yeah, sure, I'll bring it by to you. and they would drop it off to me, and I'd get a free pizza out of the deal.
That's cool.
Well, I was
That's nice.
starving.
And a van down by the river.
You know that expression, here's something new too. That expression, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
When something is like.
Yeah, it obviously tells you
Obviously
the other
bad.
person has a problem.
Mhm.
You know, chronic lateness, rude to wait staff, they won't let you meet their friends, things like that. But for a few months now, there's something that has been appearing on Reddit called a beige flag.
Called a beige flag?
So beige flags are quirky, boring behaviors that might not be red flags, but it's something you might want to be cautious of as you move forward and keep a watch out for. Imagine the behavior in the future. Would you be able to live with it? That sort of thing. So they give some examples. If they organize books by color, it might be a beige flag. They love K-pop bands. I think that may be a red flag.
No, there's some good K-pop music out there.
I disagree. They only sit forward facing on a train. The person announces everything they're about to do. I think I'll make a snack. Gotta go to the bathroom. I'm going to bed. You know,
that's funny.
Might be. Or if they always eat pizza on Fridays, in spite of what surveys say.
Okay.
A lack of planning initiative from a male partner where the woman is having to do all the planning, dates, trips, events, activities, everything like that. That's a beige flag.
Why?
Because that may indicate that in future relationship, imagine a marriage where the man is non-participant. That could be a big problem. To me, that's a red flag, not a beige flag.
Yeah, in that perspective.
A woman over-communicating, such as repeating information more than once, oversharing details of a friend's life, or celebrating minor events throughout the day could be an indication that there could even be an imbalance of some sort, you know, especially if they get over-celebratory over events that don't warrant that. Little manic.
Mm-hmm.
They ought to make a TV show about beige flags. Oh, wait, they did. It's called Seinfeld.
Oh. I've been told I should watch that show, that I would love it.
You would. You would. Of course, if they have a six-figure income, that gives you a free pass on all this kinds of stuff. So,
Right.
We used to call these pet peeves back in my day, which apparently was about 3 months ago. So, they suggest a topic here. Does your partner have a weird but boring beige flag behavior? I think I probably have a long list. My tendency to bark sometimes in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the
for no
night?
reason whatsoever. 3:30 in the morning. Ah! And then not make a noise. And then you wonder, so that she wonders if she actually heard it or not, you know, because I'm laying there sound asleep as far as she knows.
Good.
To me, that's a sign of a very devoted,
Unstable
committed,
person?
someone who cares enough about you that they think about entertaining you at all times of the day. You know, they
or they
plan,
don't respect your boundaries and the
and
fact that you're sleeping.
They contribute all the time, you know, trying to make your life more interesting.
Okay, whatever you say. You should look up an orchid mantis, by the way.
Orchid man?
Orchid mantis. Orchid mantis.
Should I?
Yes, they're beautiful. Look up
By
an
the
orchid
way-
mantis, guys.
I don't think they are. Look a little creepy.
An
Neat
orchid
color.
mantis?
Weird.
They're
They
gorgeous.
can also be blue, a light blue color. So that movie that I was telling you about earlier with Aaron Moran in it, there was another woman character that is first mated with and then eaten by a mantis monster in that movie. So,
You don't think they're beautiful?
hello, Neo Show Chamber. Jimmy goes, weird. You got to say it in that voice, Jimmy. Weird.
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 Or else it's not really weird. Weird.
Weird. I can't do it very well.
Weird.
Weird.
Say it in the voice that you would hear that woman on the game trailer use.
No!
Weird.
Weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. That made me uncomfortable.
Oh. We call those pucker trailers.
Why's that?
Apropos.
There we go. Atrocious. What's atrocious? An orchid mantis?
Or her face. I'm asking. I'm curious. She's waiting for an answer, Jimmy. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about what celebrity, if you were forced to have a celebrity at your house or be trapped with them on a deserted island, you could say, which one would you want it to be?
Oh, there's so many options.
So many I wouldn't want to.
Who would you want? Like if I'm trapped on a deserted island, I
Jacob
want like
Collier.
Bear Grylls or something. Really? You don't want
Yeah.
Jacob Collier?
Be picking his brain to pieces.
You don't think he'd get burned out? He'd go
It
crazy?
might be. He's so eclectic and, out there that it could get a little annoying after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then these microtones. I don't care about microtones anymore, Jacob. Shut up. He's buried over there.
Who would I want?
We got a new gym membership last night.
You finally went out and did it?
Didn't use it because it was too late and I still need to get clothes to wear to work out in. I don't have any gym clothes. All my sweats and stuff I would probably be arrested for wearing in public.
What did you used to work out in?
Shorts and stuff, but that's been a long time ago. Karate geese.
Yeah, that wasn't Jimmy. That was Megan.
Oh, okay, Megan then.
What? You know what I'm saying?
Keep seeing Jason's comment up there and thinking it's saying I'm demoning our live chat. Stop it!
How does one demon? Like, how do you make that a verb?
You do the Dathomir thing. Well, they did this
What's
thing where they
this?
changed one of the ladies into a night sister on Ahsoka on the last episode, and they put their hands on her face, and it left the black markings when they were done. The green fire went all through her, and her eyes turned into black orbs, and so she was killed just not long after that. So,
Well, so much for that.
yep. It's like, well, that was a waste of time. Whenever they talk, then you hear whispers in the background.
Ooh, whispers. Just like
Before
in
that,
Lost.
they didn't. She's got the whisper voice now. Morning, Steven.
Did I tell you we're watching Lego Masters now?
No, not Lost.
Kyle needed a break. Good morning, Steven.
Just getting ready to get good.
He needed a break. So.
You can watch it without him.
No, I can't do that.
You better have put him short. Shut up, Megan.
I bet
Jimmy.
you he still has them. I bet you he still has them. Yes.
I'm
he
going to
still
sell
has
them.
He still has them. He likes short shorts.
Stupid.
Who wears short
They were from
shorts?
Hollister.
Okay. Whatever you say.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Wanted to know, what was your relationship consolation prize?
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Here's Connor Smith.
On KIX 102.5.
You shop. Your mom shop. So do you have clothing that you keep in a certain place for when you lose weight later?
Yeah.
I do too. I've just recently become a thing. So I'm like, I'll eventually be able to wear those pants again.
Yeah.
But I'm putting them over here for now because I realize that it's just, I don't want to be reminded of them right now.
Right now, it's just going to make me sad.
Yeah. So I have to put them in another part of the closet or another closet. Yeah. I'm afraid this shirt's going to have to be one of those.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to rip it. That's going to be an embarrassment.
Like, it doesn't look tight from this angle, though. But when you
it
do
does
that thing,
this
it does.
thing where it doesn't hang properly.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly struggling.
Yeah. I think they were women's shorts.
You're wrong, Jimmy. You are wrong. Your face is so wrong. She's been shut for years. And she starts talking, gets the crucifix.
What?
We're not.
What?
You go on Shein or Hollister or H&M or any of them. They don't make shorts like you guys are talking about. you go on Eddie Bauer or one of those, J.C. Penney, you might be able to find those.
J.C. Penney.
Penny. Walmart.
You know what I'm really wanting is leg warmers.
Yeah, that's a good look. Do that.
You're just delightful.
I am. I'm a treasure.
You're something, all right. Oh, I love this one. They have little footy things at the bottom. That's so cute. That's what I want. See, I like the look of the little leg warmer sticking out the top of the boot. That's what I want.
Buy boots with fake ones on the top. So Dish Network's been hit with an historic fine. That's a word I struggle with. You're supposed to use "an" in front of an H word.
Tallywhacker costume.
Stop that right now. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jim.
Chance of rain and storms to continue with highs in the mid-70s. It's 66 in Joplin. My name
we're
is Jen.
Excuse me, Jen. We're talking about your relationship consolation prize.
So even though the relationship ended, what was the good thing that you got at the end of it?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
What did you get at the end of your relationship?
Oh, it was a house that I didn't have before, and it was more money and a better man.
There you go.
You cleaned up.
Yes, I did.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
That was the easiest time I had losing 285 pounds.
Dead weight. She shed all the dead weight.
Yes, I didn't even have to use Weight Watchers.
Be like, we're drowning here. I'm going to have to lose you.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Mine was his prized car. It was a 1973 Ford Maverick.
There you go.
What? Wait a minute. A Ford Maverick was his prized car?
Yes, but it was jacked up, wide tires, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, but I don't care how much you jack those up. Those cars are awful.
What? I don't even know what a Maverick is.
Go look it up.
Okay,
They're
okay.
fat, horrible little cars. Disgusting.
What was your relationship consolation prize?
You can text us at 623-1025 or tell us on Facebook.
Morning KIX Takeover now just 2 minutes away.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
My kids was my consolation prize.
Right on.
Yes.
And good for you in getting them, too. And they're a gift that keeps on giving, unfortunately.
And giving and giving, and they gave again.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great day. Hey, morning, Jerry Allen. We haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you doing? I love toe socks, Megan.
I have toe shoes. Never became a thing.
Yeah, those were a thing for a while.
I was telling you, Dish Network's been hit with an historic
yes.
fine of $150,000 over improperly disposed space junk.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of their satellites have gone dead and defunct, and they did not have a plan for their reentry. So they're just floating around out there, not able to reenter, and they've been fined for that.
There's 700,000 pieces of space junk that are just flying around in the Earth's orbit right now. It's
that
wild.
They did not make accommodation for. Now they have stuff to where it will burn up on reentry, and that'll destroy it. For most things, there are what's called a termination plan for a satellite. Once it becomes dead or no longer usable or whatever, then they have a thing which launches it into the atmosphere and burns it up.
Jerry says he's going to be here November 9th.
Hey, all right.
Do we get to see you again, Jerry? You should come on down if you have time. Jerry said happy birthday.
That was yesterday, Jerry. You're late. But
wow.
Well,
rude.
Be on time for this stuff. And
say thanks.
Presents after the fact sometimes aren't even usable.
Jimmy loved your birthday hat yesterday.
Thank you. All right, so tomorrow we're talking about the celebrity. If you had to have a celebrity stay at your house or had to be on a deserted island with them, which one would you want it to be?
Celebrity can come stay at my house.
We're going to get
That's what I would want.
who?
Not the island. So
Oh,
which one
just
would you
come
want?
stay at your house?
I don't want the island one. I want the celebrity.
I
at
don't
my
know if
house.
I'd want a celebrity at my house. I'd be like embarrassed. Sorry about the mess, that kind of thing. But you can tell us tomorrow, and we've got another podcast coming out. We're talking about the funniest movie you've ever seen.
Ooh, yeah. Also on this podcast, we're going back to the normal way that we do podcasts. It's not going to be like the 100th one. So we're talking about the funniest movie you've ever seen. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football, the new song that they've got.
Useless, not necessary at all, and we're going to celebrate fall again.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be up in a couple of hours probably.
Yeah. So that's all getting ready to start here in a little bit. So have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody.
Secret Sound 1120 with MJ.
Bye.
Bye.